So the first question I had is this has to do with mortgages and foreclosures and things of that nature. How will servicers treat me? So traditionally, mortgage servicer, and that's the company that you actually pay the money to, they send you the statement. So that's going to be sometimes it's a bank, but there's a lot of non-bank. So the biggest one is Nation Star, or they're also known as Mr. Cooper. Don't ask me why. I think it's dumb, but that's their name anyway. But it could be places like that, Aquin, it could be Wells Fargo, Bank of America. So these servicers traditionally have been not very nice to consumers and really treated consumers with a lot of contempt. So, how will they be treating us now during this COVID-19 crisis? Well, I think for the most part, they're going to be fairly nice right now. Now, you may have to wait forever on the phone. You may have difficulties getting through to them, but I think once you can get them on the phone or communicate with them, then I think they're going to be pretty nice to you, okay, and pretty understanding. The rules are not set up where they're supposed to just, you know, be merciless and grilling you about whether or not you really should get a forbearance, which is what most people are looking for right now. So a forbearance is where you get to skip payments. So if you're supposed to pay, April, May, June, July, August, September, maybe they say, hey, you know what, for the next 6 months, you don't have to make a payment. So that's a forbearance. I think they're going to be pretty good about doing that. Here's where it'll get challenging for consumers. And here's where I think the servicers will really kind of come to life and be not so nice to people. And that is when you get to the end of that forbearance. So when you get to the end of it, there's basically three options. They hold out their hand and say, give me all the money on those missed payments. So let's say you're paying $1,500 a month and you're there for well, let's say 6 months. Well, they're going to go, where's my 9 grand? You say, well, I don't have it. They go, okay, option number two is we'll give you time to pay that $9,000. So you can maybe pay a half payment every month. So now you got to pay your normal payment, 1,500 plus another 750. So what would that be? 2,250. And if you can't pay that, then they'll say, well, we'll do a loan modification or at least consider you for that. Well, that's where it's going to get challenging because that's where traditionally these servicers have been very difficult to deal with. So you send them all this information and then they write you a letter and say, we can't process your request for a loan modification because you didn't send any information. You're like, I sent you this whole package. And they go, no, 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 send it again. So you send it again. And then they call you, they go, we never got it. And you go, well, I'm looking at my FedEx receipt where you guys signed for it or certified mail, you signed for it. And they go, well, maybe we got it, but we lost it. So that's your fault. You have to say, I mean, just crazy stuff. So they'll probably be pretty nice now when you can talk to them. But be prepared in the future and you have to protect yourself. You have to document everything. If you send them big package of stuff, have a copy of it so that when they say, well, you lost it, you go, well, here it is again. And when they say, we didn't get it the second time or the third time or the fourth time, you can keep sending it to them. So again, I think they'll be nice now, maybe not so nice in the future. And that's where we'll see a lot of violations of the law.